Good evening, friends. As you know, today Basara sir will explain about the instrument, the Nadiswara. This is a very wonderful instrument. By using this instrument, we can find out the problem of a person. It will give a scan report as well as it will give a single point for the problems. We all know that how to take the pulse manually. Today, Basara sir will explain how to take the pulse by using the instrument, the Nadiswara. The Nadiswara is the wonderful instrument. This is a wonderful result from all the research studies from the Basava Acu Academy, headed by Basara sir and his team. Now, on behalf of all of you and Joshi's Kerala Group, I am welcoming Basara sir to this platform. Good evening, sir. Welcome, sir. We all are waiting to hear more from you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. So today I will take 1 hour session on pulse pattern. Most of you already explored to many alternate medicines, including acupressure, acupuncture, marma chikitsa and Ayurveda and all. So due to availability of a technology, we try to convert the Nadi reading into a mission. So now what we are seeing today in Nadiswara. The work started 10 years back and people are using since 2018. There's a many different purpose we look into the Nadi. It is not a single perspective. For different reasons and for different outcomes, we look into the pulse. Here in Nadiswara, in present version, we are looking into TCM perspective, where we are identifying the organ pattern. So, one of the ultimate goal in diagnosis in TCM is how to identify if person is complaining about 5-6 different symptoms. How can we correlate and conclude which organ is under deficiency or excess? And what is the pattern of it? This is how any acupuncturist or a TCM practitioner will do. In the present version, this is designed for all the TCM practitioners and who are practicing sujok, acupressure and all. So the current research is also going on to make it Ayurvedic version of it, even for the common man. How can we generate a report where the common man can understand and correlate himself and he can treat? So that work is going on. Maybe this year we'll come out with different updated versions. Present one can be used all the TCM, sujok and single point practitioners successfully across more than 20 countries. More than 1,200 users are using our Nadiswara successfully. And again, the number of days you started using Nadiswara, and your learning skills will improve. And each time when you take Nadiswara, you should correlate to the patient's symptoms. This is the pattern is coming in Nadiswara, and patient is telling these are all the symptoms. So which element is going wrong, and how can we interpret that? Whether it is yang or yin, or excess or deficiency. In this perspective, if you go, definitely Nadiswara will be a learning tool for you. Even though we many times look into the report and will explore only 3 dosha and 5 elements. If you give those readings to the common man, he will just read as a scaling. Fire is excess, dryness is excess, wind is less, humidity is moderate. Like that he will read. There's a huge difference reading Nadiswara report as a common man, as a practitioner. If you are already using Nadiswara, if you are planning to use Nadiswara, your success of using device, it lies in the how depth you understand organ patterns. How depth you can correlate those pulse pattern to the patient's mind, emotions, and body. So even myself, in last 15 years, I'm digging into the 5 elements. It's like an ocean. Every day is a new learning for us. So Nadiswara, it's a measurable instrument. How we are measuring the blood, how we are measuring the scanning. Like that, it is a device which measures your body energy levels. And you should learn in depth of 5 elements so that you can understand report better. To improve that only, we are conducting a series of lectures on Nadiswara, where we are explaining here our point of view and how we come across each pattern with the different patients and how we are correlating with the patient diseases with modern disease names. Because if you take pattern, it's same, the diabetic pattern is same. At the same time, thyroid pattern also looks same. But here, you are not treating the name of the disease. Instead of that, you are treating the which organ pattern is imbalance in the given patient, and you are trying to balance with a single point. Or you can use color therapy or sujok or any method which you practice without medicines. Or if you are Ayurvedic practitioners, you can correlate these symptoms to the Ayurvedic herbal medicine. So here, the pulse which generates from the heart, we are trying to get the information from the systolic and diastolic pressure of the heart. What information will be? We all know that heart is an organ which circulates blood. So according to modern science, the heart function we know very little. It as a circulatory device. But In the perspective of Ayurveda and TCM, heart is very vital organ which governs the heat, energy and fire element in the body. With that heat energy, it is reaching each and every corner of the body, and it is the main organ which transforms your organ communication into a pulse. So liver is a group of tissues. Pancreas, stomach, each one is a group of tissues which works for particular purpose. While doing that, there may be an imbalance to do that job. What imbalance you can find? So according to doctor, it may be a chemical imbalance. According to healer, it is an energy imbalance. According to a radiologist, it may be a structural imbalance. But how the internal organs, they're expressing their pain, their imbalance, how they're telling that disorders to the external world. To external world means to healer or to the person whom he heals, the patient, doctor, therapist, but whomever he is. Those organs, the first communicate with the heart. For example, if liver is unable to move the chi and blood, liver, which is this organ which governs your wind energy and which is responsible for momentum, any momentum in the body, even mind, thoughts, muscles, bones, tissues, digestion, any momentum is governing by the liver. If liver fails in its duty, it's unable to move. In TCM language, we call this as a liver chi stagnation. Liver is unable to maintain and carry the smooth work in the body. It is failing its duty. Due to that, in the mind level, person may feel irritative, depressed, and foggy mind, lack of interest in the work, and lack of direction, no vision, and simply working like a donkey. No purpose is seen in that. This is emotional. If you come to physical, you can count a number of diseases from head to toe. Even phlegm accumulation in the lungs, heart blockages, indigestion, belching, nausea, and even kidney disorders. Many more which is related to kidney and liver. How can external person can understand this? You can tell today you have the great devices and many technologies. Through that we can understand. Blood reports are there, scanning reports are there, MRI is there, biopsy is there. You can tell many more, but one thing you remember, all those modern diagnosis tools which we are seeing today, that will identify only after disease generates in the blood level or in the structural level. Till that, no devices are identifying you. Anybody say? No, sir, I have one device which will identify liver devices before it occurs. No. Any devices, it tells 2 years before or 5 years before there's a chances of heart blockages. Any device which tells 1 year before you will get lumbar spondylosis. No. If you once you tell a low back pain, if you go to the orthopedic, then you will take MRI. You will tell all bullshit stories, disc is compressed, herniated and dilated, all those things. Even you cannot correct it. Surgery is not at all a solution there. But by balancing liver chi, you can treat any spinal diseases without any surgery. We witnessed thousands of patients are curing with this method. Then my question is, how can we understand about any organ much before? I'm telling you what I'm talking with you today about Nadiswara. Today, it is a small startup company in Bangalore. But I'm damn sure that another 5 or 10 years, this is the future for the people. In near future, one intelligent person, a good common sense person, never look into the devices of blood report or scanning reports, which is available today. By 2028 or 2030, it's all the devices are working with AI and machine learning, with artificial intelligence. And most of the devices are coming with predictive technology. It has to predict much before. Because once problems start, no, it's very difficult to reverse. It takes a lot of effort and time. Sometimes it won't reverse also. Instead of that, the science is looking for the predictive devices, where the person you can identify much before. It's yes, liver chi is going to stagnate. Means liver is unable to move the chi, blood. With that, you can guess. Why I'm so confident about Nadiswara means, every day we are witnessing to this so many people. By just reading report, we will tell what they are, how they are think, and how they are going to be in another 2 years, how they are in last 2 years. We're not asking from anything from the patients. We're telling only from the Nadiswara. How? Because what diseases which patients are feeling today in organ level, actually that organ is not responsible for it in the preliminary stages. If you take the example of heart blockages, so according to TCM, it's a liver which is responsible for moving the chi and blood and synthesizing your fat. Even you take any form of fat to the body, it may be animal or vegetable fat, Who will process it? It's a liver. If it is unable to process your fat, then the undigested fat, it accumulates here and there in the form of cholesterol. That may cause maybe fatty liver or blockages, fat, whatever it is. But this is the root is liver is unable to do work. What is the pattern there? Liver chi stagnation. So in Nadiswara, you will get pattern like this. So person is having it's a liver. You can see the report in the Nadiswara. One is dry, another one is brown. So this is your wind and this is your dryness. Who is responsible for wind energy in the body? Liver. And dryness means lungs. What is the responsibility of the liver? Move the chi. What is the responsibility of the lungs? Any momentum. Lung responsibilities, it will generate chi. Am I right? Liver, it will move. Lungs, which generates the chi. Liver, it will move the chi, move the blood, move the muscles. It will move the mind, everything. So I will read this, which is the first highest. It's the liver. It's the first highest is a meridian or organ we can take. It's a liver meridian. Liver. What is lungs represents? Lung represents which is producer of the chi energy in the body. So liver chi stagnation. Liver chi stagnation. It is a PCM pattern recognition. I think many of your Nadiswara users may got this pattern. Anybody you experienced with your patients or yourself with wind and dry, or sometimes dryness may be little more also. That also we can take as a liver chi stagnation only. Or you can ask one question. This we will read it as a lung wind. But there you can ask one question. If person is feeling any nose allergy or sneezing, dust allergy, yes means it's a lung wind is excess. If it is no, then it is also liver chi stagnation only. In coming version, those questions we are asking through Nadiswara by using artificial intelligence software. But here you can come to know through this. So if liver chi stagnation means it's not able to move. So patient may have cholesterol. If it is not having, don't worry, you can assure him you will get within 2 years. How much confidence? Yes. Liver is not moving. Definitely. The toxins which accumulates in the body. And liver is responsible for momentum of your digestion system, even in the lungs. When the momentum in the digestion system goes down, and even in the lungs, spleen and liver, spleen and lungs, those two organs are very, very important in fluid metabolism. According to TCM, 3 organs are responsible for water metabolism in your body. One is lungs, second one is spleen, the third one is water, means kidney. These 3 organs which are responsible for water metabolism. I'm asking general question. What is the source of water on the earth? It is also 3. One, rain. Yes or no? The second, you get water from the river and sea. That is the water source. The third, you are also getting water from the earth, from the well and from the bore well. That is also source. Means these 3 elements, your humidity, dryness and coldness are 3 elements which is responsible for water metabolism. But under the governance of liver. If spleen wants to convert your juice, your food and your water, what you are drinking, into body fluids, it has to convert into body fluids, no? Will you able to inject water into the body? No. Blood into the body? No. You can inject with same blood group. But the creation of the fluids, either in the digestion system or in the lungs, it happens through momentum, the metabolism, through liver. If liver goes down, no, the spleen and lungs become weak. They are unable to metabolize the water. The water goes down in the body. Year by year, year by year. You're drinking 2 liters, 3 liters, and doctors telling you need to measure and drink 3 liters of water a day, 4 liters water a day. You drink. What happens after drinking? Nothing will happen. You'll just urinate. Many patients complaining, no, sir, after drinking water within half an hour, 40 minutes, I'll go for urination. If you're drinking water within half an hour, if you're going for toilet, means your water is not metabolized. Your water is not converted into body fluids. That is the small indicator of the body. And urine inconsistency. You feel to urge go for urination, but urination is not coming. Or you feel urgency of urination or late urination. All these things, do you think it's a kidney problem? No. It's a liver. Liver is the one which moves the fluids. Because liver is not moving, you are getting late urination. Because your liver is not creating momentum in the digestion system, your water is not converted into body fluids. Then every year your water goes down in the body and you start complaining smallly. I'm having dry ears, dry skin. After taking meat, I'm feeling dryness of mouth, thirst. Why? Anybody think that? After taking meat, you felt dryness, mouth dryness, and thirst, and feeling too much itching in the body, whole body. Too much itching whole body, it's because you are lack of water in the skin. When water goes down in the skin, that lack of water creates dryness. The dryness makes itching. And out of different varieties of food, what we are eating, carbohydrate, fats, and vitamins, proteins, all those things. Protein is a food which requires a lot of water. To metabolize protein, your body needs a lot of water. That's what many people, after eating pulses and all, they feel gas. Why, you know? Because to digest protein, to metabolize protein, it requires water. When water is low in your body, your protein won't synthesize. It's very common. To digest your protein, your body requires water. If water is not up to the mark, then your protein is not digested properly. The undigested protein, which is not eliminating properly, so that is raising your uric acid and creatinine level. And I'm telling you, this is problem didn't happen 1 year back or 2 years back, which happened decade back. That you can identify through pulse. Pulse is such a wonderful method of diagnosis. You can understand the pattern of the organ. If liver chi stagnation is there, or spleen dampness is there, or lung humidity is there, that is telling you that it may be a different pattern. In the similarly, if you take spleen dampness, here humidity, many diabetic patients, they have this pattern, humidity and coldness. So humidity and coldness. Humidity means which organ? Anybody here? Spleen. Coldness means it's a dampness, damp cold. Spleen dampness, or you can call it as a spleen yang deficiency. You can read like this also, spleen coldness. Common man language, spleen coldness, you can read. Or if you know TCM, you can read same thing as a spleen yang deficiency. In common language, it's called spleen dampness. Or you can call it as a spleen coldness. So like that, few people is having another pattern. In lungs, it will be dry and humid. Dry, humid, and cold. This you can read as a damp, cold, see, here lung problem, liver problem, and spleen problem. Initially, what you are seeing, all these three patterns: lungs, liver, spleen. It's a respiratory system, it's a muscular system, and this is your digestive system. So once you get these patterns, definitely directly, without asking anything, you can tell to patients where is the problem is. You know the lung meridian. Even though there's a lung humidity is there, you may complain shoulder pain, you may complain neck pain or bronchitis, or you may tell some issues in the skin. It doesn't matter. So the organ pattern is very important. So in the beginning stage, when you treat these organ patterns, definitely the patient's complaints in the organ level itself or in the system level itself. Who is having liver chi stagnation, wind and dry, he complains he cannot work continuously, he feels tired, and he feels lethargy and muscular stiffness, all in the muscular system only. But if you won't solve that within 1 or 2 years, the liver problem and muscular problem today, tomorrow it converts into respiratory, next digestive, the next elimination. It's a progressive. Once you take Nadiswara report, don't judge only today's health status of the patient. If humidity and cold comes, you should tell your spleen coldness is there. Spleen means digestive system. In your digestion system, there is no fire. Your Jataragni is very weak. Today, you may complain acidity, indigestion, but tomorrow it becomes diabetes. Very damn sure, no doubt in that. The food is not digesting today, means tomorrow the undigested food only, it converts into high blood sugar. Nothing else. So these organ variations, patterns variations, which you are getting in Nadiswara, it is giving very, very vital information about the patient body and mind. And rather than medicine, try to correct through energy levels. Because any ancient system, it's not given only herbal medicine to you. Many Ayurvedic practitioners, 90% of the Ayurvedic practitioners, they practice only herbal medicine. That's wrong. How much we are giving importance to the herbal medicine, the same importance should be given to the marma. Marma Chikitsa has very vital role in healing people. Because the Marma's Chikitsa, I learned 5 years with my guru, the late Shekhar in Bangalore. I witnessed with him, with Marma is healing any problems in mind and body level. Same thing what we are doing by using acupuncture points. Both are same. The way we define the points or position may change. But both Marma Chikitsa and acupuncture has a capacity to heal the patient in the energy level. Of course, both in TCM and Ayurveda, herbal medicine is also mentioned. That also works. You have to add two things together. But in Nadiswara, what we do means, we use acupuncture points to correct the body energy levels. Instead of herbals, we are giving importance to the food. So if spleen dampness is there, you should tell the patient strictly, no sweets, no dairy, no fruits, no oily stuff. If he follows strictly, then only your point will work in the best way, and he can get rid of that spleen dampness, spleen yang deficiency, maybe over the period of 3 to 4 months, even 6 months. It's not easy to clear your spleen dampness within 1 or 2 weeks. It takes time. You have to eradicate the damp in the entire system. So Nadiswara, definitely it is giving you the pathway. How to work with patient, whether it is a yin or yang, or whether it is a deficiency or excess. Those things we will talk in the upcoming sessions. So through 5-element chart and 3-dosha chart, how to identify it is a deficiency or excess, and how to identify and which organ pattern it is, and how to conclude point out of it. If you are a TM student, definitely you will understand everything 100%. If you are not TM student, again you have to dig back everything. For example, the moment I say liver chi stagnation, the liver momentum is very low. Which point do you use to create the momentum in the liver? Any TM students here? Which point you can use to create the momentum, to create the yang? Fido, you are wrong. Liver 3 sedation creates the dampness. You have to sedate liver 2. The moment you reduce liver 2, the yang will rise. No, sir. In the textbook, it is telling liver 2 is a liver fire. You are telling it is raising the fire by sedating it. I'm not lying to you. and I'm not arguing to you to accept my things. You can try right now. Now time is 9 o'clock, 8:50. This is liver 2 point. You can put one methi seed. If you doubt, remove only 10 minutes. 9 o'clock you remove it. And today's sleep will be very disturbed and you won't get sleep. Why? Because you raise the fire. The liver chi stagnation, to clear that, you need to rise yang. So that you are doing with liver to sedation. You can apply after food also. Because in the all textbook it's written, liver 2 is a liver fire. If you sedate liver fire will go down. No. Liver 2 sedation will rise the fire. Apply it right now, only 10 minutes, and share your experience in Joshi's Kerala group. And in Nadiswara, if you are getting wind dry or dry wind, definitely you can give this liver to sedation. And you can check your cholesterol after 3 weeks. It will come down. Why it is coming down? You only improved your liver yang to metabolize fat better, so that there is no new accumulation of cholesterol. So you can try this, and just telling you how your Nadiswara will be a predictive device and how best you can analyze. So as an inventor, it's my responsibility to train you to the deep so that you can use Nadiswara better. Okay. If you are a TM students, it's easy to me to do that job. Okay. I want to see you as a successful practitioner with Nadiswara. Definitely, we will take so much of your time, and I discussed with Joshi. We may conduct this series of Nadiswara class, maybe another 2 or 3 or 4 months, till to cover all the patterns. And only thing is, we are not discussing about the points much, because point is given by Nadiswara, and that is already discussed in the TM course. Here we will discuss how to interpret that pulse report with respect to patient's mind, body, food, lifestyle, and how can we correct without medicine. Those things we will discuss, and we will, if possible, I will also tell you some of the marma points with respect to those patterns, so that it will be useful to you. So you just make liver 2, this is the position. Tip of the middle finger in the towards index finger is liver 1. Just below that, maybe 4 millimeter down, 3 to 4 millimeter down, this is the liver 2. You just Google it, liver 2 Sujok point, you get it. Or otherwise, in the Joshi's Kerala group, search Sujok points. There's a lot of patterns is already shared there. So you can try this, and this point will work who is having liver chi stagnation. And don't think that it works for only for liver. It works for your entire body. Okay. So see you. And today I have some other work. And because of that, I'm taking this 1 hour class. Maybe from next week, I will take 2 hours. Okay. See you. And if you have any questions regarding Nadiswara patterns and all, definitely you can ask in upcoming classes. Okay. We will explain you in detail. Okay. Thank you very much.